think he even had almost conception at some point that it was wrong or right. I think he just had the mentality that he has to win.
This debate will not stop until we uncover the full truth behind the collapse of FTX.
So,
Will this be the last of its kind? No. This is the nature of capitalism. Get over it.
Your mother this. Good morning, everybody.
Morning. Again, Phil?
I think your audio converted back to whatever the shit thing that you had.
Yeah,
F1.
then I should just unplug the headset altogether right now because it's a pain in my ass. The wire's knocking everything over. Why, it doesn't sound like it's coming through the headset at all?
Yeah, now it sounds better.
Closer to the mic. Hold on a second. Hold on. This will be an easy solution. Hold on.
Yeah, take your time.
But then I can't hear you though. Do you hear me?
I hear you. I hear you loud and clear.
You hear me loud and clear?
Yep.
Okay, one more test.
Okay.
Do you hear me?
Now it's very faint.
Yeah. I'm not using the headsets for show only. The headset's for show only.
Why? What's wrong with the headset? That shit was working
I don't know.
great.
It's not. Matt was saying that when I go from thing to thing, it switches. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So we just have to figure out what your settings are and make sure you know what your settings are, and then you just got to change them every morning.
Yeah.
That's
the problem. I don't know my settings because they're fucking named in Yiddish.
All right, let's make sure we do that. Because
hold on one second. Let me do this here.
Right.
Audio input is the mic.
It's both should actually be the mic right now.
No,
both should be the same.
I hear you through my headset, but I'm not using the mic through my headset. You understand?
Well, right. So you change your mic to that headset.
Okay, so mic is input or output?
I mean, it's going to be both at this point. So the both should be the same.
Oh, both should be the same. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, then that's so weird though. All right. Let me see here. Let me keep that.
See if you can get it. While you do that, here, let me say good morning out here to the stream. Good morning, Dark Brian, John Smith, J Dub. Good morning, Adrian. Good morning, Chuck A. You guys ready to make money? Shorten the hell out of queues. Bro, be careful. Happy Friday, 1IV. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. There's a bunch of stuff we're going to run through here this morning. Yes, I am alive. I did get home at about 4:30 last night.
Oh, again?
Yep.
Come on, Luch. I mean, how do you do this to yourself? You and then you go out again for 4 in the morning. How do you do that?
All right.
Does it sound better?
Nah, it sounds like shit.
Jesus Christ, man.
Good afternoon. Good morning. Max Wayne right here. Good morning. Goldman Stacks. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Tim O. What's up? J Dub. Bender City. Good morning, everybody. Now, a couple of things to run through here while Jesus fumbles around with his audio. Pinterest. Take a look at Pinterest. I don't know what the news is here on Pinterest. Is it earnings? Somebody get the news here on this Pinterest. It's got a pretty fat gap up here this morning. Take a look at Pinterest here off the open. Wow. I don't know why this is all fucked up here, but I'll change that in a second here. But let's take a look at Pinterest here. Pinterest up about $1.60, and this is the high end of the range, the recent range. Could it go to $40? I have no idea. Snap. Okay, so it's news on Snap. What's the Snap news? What is the Snap news? Tell me what the Snap news is. And then somebody's talking about Spirit here. Natalia, what's the news on Spirit? La encontraste. I mean, again, Spirit, I hope it goes to zero. fuck this thing. If you take a look at Netflix, this was the move I was looking for yesterday, but of course they wanted to punk everybody out first. Netflix here ran to break 560 and now is gapping higher here. Hit 564 here in the pre-markets. Nvidia is interesting this morning. Very wide range in the pre-market. It was down 10 points and then back up 10. I don't know if there's some news out on this shit too, but I can't imagine. No, but now to me the character has started to change a little bit. I think you can start to sell calls again. Go far out of the money, and I mean it's Friday. You know what I mean? So see what you can get. But if you can go out next week, maybe sell some 640s, sell some 650s, see what you get. I don't think that's such a bad idea. Let's take a look at. Snap got an upgrade. Acquisition fail on the save. Snatch Deutsche Bank upgrade price target 19. Usually you get these gap ups on these two names, by the way. They do fade them off. SPY here tried again to shake people out, get people short, and we ran right back into the close. And now here we're basically flat from yesterday here. So nothing much has happened here. Let's take a look at the earnings shit, and then oil here. Gapping down a little bit. That XOM yesterday, though, back to 102. I mean, I was long from fucking 97. 5 points there slowly on XOM. I couldn't hold it, but that was a nice one. And then other than that, the Tesla here was probably one of the hands down bearish names yesterday. It hit about 180, 181. You got a small gap here today. Coin, let's take a look at BTC. Right? BTC had a pop, right? We're trading back to 41 here, which is a 1,000-point pop. You would figure that you'd get a bigger move on some of the coin names or some of the crypto names. So if you take a look at coin here, we're trading 127. You might see 130 here. This is not that bad of a play. These things have been tougher to trade here, though, and very range bound. So we're already at some of the highest end of the range. So buying up here may not be ideal. Other than that, you got Visa coming out with the earnings. Let's take a look at these credit cards here. Let's take a look at Visa. The report here, AXP, meanwhile, is actually gapping higher. But some of these credit cards are getting hit off the open. And let's take a look at the news here.
Visa reported? Maybe Visa reported, right? Yeah.
Visa reported, and American Express did. Shares of American Express rose 3% in pre-market trading as they shrugged off a rare earnings miss fueled by a one-time $100 million hit from the devaluation of the Argentine peso. Has anybody been to Argentina recently? I'd love to see what's going on down there. Amex saw fourth quarter sales at its U.S. consumer services rise 13%, blah, 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 blah. And if you take a look at AXP, off the open, it is actually higher. Has retraced some of the morning gains there, though. You got Intel down a chunk, and this is one of the big boys. And I'll kick it over to Jesus here for some noteworthy activity. How's that?
A couple of I got a few interesting things we learned overnight. This I found fascinating. This my screen's up. You see my screen, right, Luke?
Yeah. We got you.
Okay. So this is out of from Goldman Trader. Measures basically institutional flows, institutional buying, selling. Red line are hedge funds, right? So this is net exposure, really. So the hedge funds, they go both long and short. So it's a little misleading at times, up or down, meaning buy or sell. But this means they've been taking down risk. And we know from the data we've been looking at that they've been shorting into this recent part of this rally, okay? And this bottom line is even more interesting to me. This is the long-only funds, okay? So they don't short. And they haven't really been interested in equities since probably, I would say, the end of late 2021, okay? And you can see this blue line has been trending lower since that point. Late last year, they showed a little bit of interest. We saw the market broaden out, the rally broaden out, a lot more names involved, right? And then look at this recently here. So on the institutional side, the professional side, right? The big, quote unquote, big money has been selling, especially at this latter stage of this rally, which is, why is it interesting? Twofold. One, they are considered the smarter money on the street, right? Retail, the dumber money. Are they proven right by, uh, timing the market here per se, or are they forced to chase in? Right? Does the market move against them in a large way where they have to reverse course and start chasing into the rally? And we all know what that can look like in the price action. And that's what a lot of people, especially on the bullish side, are calling for, that final kind of melt up before we run into some trouble in the market. So that's really interesting. Let me breeze through a couple of things here. Both of their private clients, they've been buying stocks. You can see here their allocation: 60% stocks, 21% bonds. What was I showing here? Oh, the next chart here. Okay, I don't know if you guys can make that out. But buying the stocks, largest clip since September 2022. Again, not a whole lot of interest, as you can see, right? Net of recent throughout the bear market. And now they're starting to do some buying. This is private clients out of BOVA. Largest weekly inflow to emerging market equities, which is interesting. Largest ever inflows. And then you had largest weekly inflow into tech funds since summer of last year. Okay. And sometimes when you see that, you usually run into, on a short-term basis, a little bit of shake and bake type price action, right? When kind of like clients start buying, they run into a little bit of wall, you get a little bit of a pullback in the markets, a little breather, and we can certainly see that in tech going into a big earnings week. Here's the most important stuff. I got 3 minutes here, okay? Next week, and the next couple of weeks, but next week in particular, a huge week. You got the heart of earnings season underway. I think it's like half the companies are reporting earnings next week, okay? And you got that Treasury, that February refunding, okay? A lot of eyeballs on that. Again, that's the event that nailed the lows in October because Yellen capitulated, which led to Powell capitulating. What goes on here probably and ultimately determines what direction we head from this point, okay? So that's a big event, a lot of eyeballs. Anybody in the steam room, there's a preview there if you want to learn a little bit more about it. And then just Bitcoin, right? Lucci mentioned there's a bounce in Bitcoin. Downside niner, we were talking about in the room yesterday in Bitcoin, meaning exhaustion signal. You need to see a bounce there, right? It's at a must bounce point. If it doesn't, it usually is telling you there's a strong downtrend at play, right? If it can't find some support. So you got a little bit of a bounce here today. We'll see how long that lasts. But even more importantly, I was interested to see the Fed balance sheet update last night, because Bitcoin is a tell on liquidity, right? That's why a lot of us are looking at it. Bitcoin's been heading lower. And what do we see? We saw a pull in the Fed balance sheet, ultimately a pull in liquidity, right? So going forward, keep an eye on Bitcoin. Bitcoin heads lower from here. That could be a tell on possibly what the action Yellen might be taking come the end of the month, okay? If you get a bounce out of Bitcoin here, that may mean liquidity is going to remain stable, which ultimately risk asset is a good thing for risk assets. Okay, so I kind of ripped right through those things, but I found quite a few interesting things overnight here that I thought you guys might find interesting.
All right. I don't know if any of you tennis fans are out there, but Novak fucking lost against Sinner last night at the Australian Open.
Big
Those
upset?
big upset. Those betting
What were
lines
those odds? Out of
were
curiosity.
He whooped
nuts.
his ass. He
He
whooped
whooped
his ass.
He so literally did. And
So if I played him for the upset, what do I get? Like what?
you would have got 12. You would have got 1,200%.
12-1.
You would have got 12. At one point, that's where the betting lines were before the match actually started. Once he lost the first set, they went down about 4-1. They still had him as a favorite.
Wow,
He still had him as a favorite.
Whoa, so that's a huge upset.
Yeah, man. So it's Medvedev and Sinner in the finals, which is going to be crazy. I don't know why you get this gap down here on Goldman Sachs. Meanwhile, all the other banks are gapping higher here. Banks have been a pretty tough trade, especially this Goldman Sachs. But under 378 on this Goldman Sachs, I am quite interested. But again, you're talking about shorting something, and in this market, you can't.
Iron Condor, my friend.
Iron Maiden.
Iron condors, indeed.
I grabbed at the close to the close yesterday, GCT, which unbeknownst to me is, I guess, is a China-based name. I thought it was based in Walnut Creek, California. I find out that it's more related to China. These guys are trolling the shit out of me. Anyway, I grabbed that because it's got a nice short float, and it's looking like it could have a potential squeeze. So shares float are 6.89. The short float is 2.1 million. So that's a 31% short float. So I'm looking for squeezy out of this.
Interesting. That is kind of an
Tesla,
off
wow.
brand.
I didn't hear about this, but I wasn't really paying attention. Dan Ives removed Tesla from his best idea list
Wow.
because of Musk. Wow.
Musk. There it goes. All right, this thing can trigger from here, I think.
What are you watching there?
315. So March 15, 22 and a halves from $3 on GCT.
Nice. Nice. I mean, remember that. Keep an eye on BTC. If we flop back down to 40,000, you got a great short back down to those levels that we see at the range lows here for Coin and Riot and all that kind of shit. They're all doing the same thing. AMD, by the way, and Nvidia. AMD is down 5 points here, which is kind of interesting. Enough to want to short it? Nope. Meanwhile, you take a look at this Bank of America. It's going higher. JPM is just chilling. And GS
so Tesla had 200,000 car recall. What is that old news?
Not sure. But there goes SPY, which is headed back to pre-market highs here. Let's take a look at the Pinterest. It's already kind of flopping back. Maybe you got a dip buy on this Pinterest here, but I wouldn't be too cocky.
What did
Oil
you say,
here.
Pinterest upgrade? What was Pinterest?
Yes, it was a snap upgrade, and Pinterest followed suit, of course. XOM still looking good. Taking a look at this Netflix here. It's just trading around 560. I still think you can go higher on Netflix here.
Yeah, this Caterpillar looks like it can still go higher too.
Oh, I forgot. Yesterday, that thing was on a heater, right?
Ripped. It looks like this thing can stay on a heater.
Now the odds for Sinner and Medvedev, by the way, they got Sinner they got Sinner. You're basically getting 1.5 to 1.
I can't root for Medvedev. I don't like that guy.
It's a valid stat there, Madden Cap. But we're talking about the finals here, bro. Medvedev's going to come out swinging, man.
Yeah, he is.
He's good. Sure.
He's good. Just because I don't like him doesn't mean he's not good. He's good.
MasterCard and Visa, they've kind of retraced here. Remember the Visa, you had a decent gap down, and it's kind of retracing here. If you take a look at AXP, pull up AXP. Pull up the AXP, guys.
American Express.
Pull up the AXP.
Nice.
I don't know what you want to do with this. The options don't. are definitely not that hot.
Oh, come on. What happened here? JetBlue seeing a little bit of flow, probably because that deal fell through. Save.
HM reportedly planning job cuts, almost 600 in Spain, and closed 28 stores. First report said a union official.
That AXP, I was thinking about just shooting there. This thing is fucking strong. Yo, those gap and go trades really kind of been working, man. There's a lot of those that kind of been working that trade off the earnings.
I mean, a lot of part of this rally. I'm the worst. I hate playing those things. They're so gunshot, gap and go. But this whole rally from late last year, they've been working.
Yeah. Checking in with that Tesla here. It's kind of stalled out here. It does look slightly bullish, I guess you could say. That Amazon, maybe we were talking about that thing being a laggard. I don't know if you can buy this though. John Smith is long some spy puts. Lee Hutch is saying Salesforce is cutting about 700 workers. Is the stock at highs? Almost.
It's bullish. That's what big tech has been doing. They laying off everybody, cutting costs, and printing money.
Mara, okay, coin here 126, so it hasn't really made any kind of move. Did you see puts on Riot or calls?
Riot puts, yeah. Coin put a big upgrade this morning. I remember seeing.
Coin cut an upgrade?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where is it? We have it over here. Oppenheimer. There we go. I mean, the flow has been pretty useless all week. It's going to be probably useless next week. After next week, it may loosen up a bit.
I find myself when I look at the SPY chart and when I look at like down ticks, I always find myself wanting more down ticks like immediately.
Yeah. That's I'm telling you. You're a dark sider by. It's a genetic thing. It's in your blood.
And it's definitely just there. It's definitely just always there. And then you disbelieve, like you don't believe the other side of it. Check out this Shop, guys. 82. Remember, Shop has been consolidating a lot. How far are we from all-time highs, Silvers? 40. So we're another 100 handles from all-time highs. That's 498 on SPY. That's what you're telling me? How far are we? App was a nice break to it. XBI, you guys are talking about, which is Pharma. What's up with your Caterpillar there, Ranchero? It looks pretty bullish still.
I think it's got room to run.
Yep. Check out oil. It's slowly grinding higher. You got a firm up a couple right now, looking pretty good. I don't know. This looks like another confusing session here. You got some names up, some names down, some sectors doing well, others just kind of flat. You want to see where they rotate to, and see if you can catch a little. See
Here
if you
goes
can catch a
this
little something.
this piece of shit GCT is starting to squeeze.
Is it the
GCT.
China
Yeah.
eight? Oh yeah.
By the way, that AXP hit $200. Gap and go trade still working. That was the only decent trade I've seen all morning here. DS is saying rotation to small caps. So does that mean we buy IWM? Does it? I don't know. Maybe.
I just that's friggin' IWM has just always been tough.
It's fucking broken. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
the easiest thing to trade. However, banks are looking strong. Take a look at some of the banks here, except the only one, of course, is always Goldman Sachs.
Yeah, there's
Shop
been some decent flow there the last few days. City, of
in
course,
Goldman?
the best one.
Citi.
No, the banks, City.
Yeah. But long though, right?
What do you mean long? Long term?
I'm asking you. The flow is the flow long, or is the flow bearish?
Bullish.
It's bullish. There you go.
Bullish.
Boo. Boo.
BOOLISH. Bullish. You got AMD little weekly nibbling. Calls what else we got going on here? Yeah, AMD poked around weekly calls into the weakness. Weekly 177.5, 180s in the AMD. They report next week, I think.
Somebody's talking about that Tesla. Tesla, yeah, nice 2-point dump here. I don't know if you can go shoot for the puts here. Depends on what you're looking at.
I can't believe Dan Ives threw in the towel. That's like, well, I wouldn't put it in Kathy Wood class, but that's the true test. Kathy Wood actually bought stock, by the way.
Guys,
Listen,
AXP 201.
Pretty sucking things. Gap and go in AXP. Wow.
Ronchero, what were you going to say?
I was going to say that the true call, the true test for Tesla is Jim Cramer telling us it's no longer part of the Magnificent Seven.
Oh shit.
Jimbo.
Who's the governing body of the Mag 7? You know what I'm saying? Like, who decides? And by the way, Fat Man would no longer be a Fat Batman. It would have to be a famine, which would look like I don't know what it would look like. Famine. Fat.
Unless you find another T to replace it with.
Yeah.
Yep.
Famine.
Guys, Skim, relax. I'm not calling a bottom on Tesla, bro. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm making fun of Jim Cramer. That's all.
Silvers is saying everything premed out completely here on the SPX side, which is interesting.
Oh, interesting.
Especially
yeah.
this early in the morning on a Friday. It's interesting. But Silvers, what would you take away on that? Would you start shooting on those, or would you say it's a sign here that we're going to have this just non-movement completely? And if Silvers is saying he haven't seen that in a while, it's definitely showing signs of something. Brahman is saying, so we're going to chop like wild and then flat. I mean, I'm sure Silvers is already on both sides of this shit anyway. What do we got? XOM is back at highs. That oil still looks fine. By the way, that fucking AXP, that shit was the one.
Yeah, I was watching.
That shit was the one for sure. What's up with that Amazon bet that just came in? Jesus.
Let me check it out. Hold on.
Mar and Riot new
Bearish
highs.
Fib second for earnings. Earnings 2-1. Earnings next week, Amazon, I think, right? With everybody else. Yeah.
Yeah, na, 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 na.
Yeah, well, the commercials are louder than off. This fucking commercial. I can't take this. Oh, hold on. Okay. Snap in 2 seconds.
Okay. So far, the trade ideas that I kind of had here aren't really panning out here. This Pinterest is holding.
Well,
Let's
you
just
had
take a-
AXP. That was a nice one.
Yeah, let's take a little walk through here. Amazon not doing much. Consolidating here. Let's take a look at Tesla again. Not doing much. You got Nvidia here, kind of selling now. Nvidia, AMD here. But again, can you make a bet that Nvidia goes to 600 bucks, right? $600 puts. And by the way, here I go again talking about bearish puts. Why not just fucking dip buy this? Why not
That's
just
probably the
fucking
move.
dip buy this? That's probably the move. $600 calls, by the way, are only $1. They're only $1 because it's not going.
Oh, weekly you're talking. I forget that's all you guys talk is in weekly.
Catch up, Jay.
Jesus.
Meanwhile, the 615s call side are going for $1.60. I think it's time to write on Nvidia.
I was just about to say I might write some
I
Amazon.
think it's time to write. Would you take a look at Nvidia here, Ranchero, and see what to write on the call side for next week? If you were to do it, of course.
I think right here. I mean, I think this is a great spot right here.
What line would you take though, in premium wise?
Are you talking about writing puts?
Both, in reality.
Okay. I would consider writing the 605s on the puts, and I would consider writing the 610 calls. And if you get either one of those to break, you flip.
God bless you.
Right. Salut. Kelly Bet is staying short and betting on a big down day.
Okay.
I love the intensity. I absolutely love it. I love the enthusiasm. Let's keep going here. Shopify here was one of the names that they rotated to, but still can't really hold. Let's take a look at credit cards. Credit cards popped off the open and then kind of dumped back. MasterCard here still hasn't done that much. AXP is at a new high. It's at a new fucking high. These in 195 calls went from, obviously you had the gap up here. I think I pulled them up at about 250. They're trading at 650 right now. Wild.
Yeah, I mean, for that.
That was the mover. AMD, NVIDIA here, of course, they're weaker. UPST, Affirm, somebody who said shit was going to small caps here. Even if you bought IWM, you would have lost there anyway. Meta here just kind of consolidating Microsoft, and all the fat man names ain't doing shit. Let's take a look at the Caterpillar. Caterpillar still can't really break from yesterday. By the way, Ron Chair, did you see Boeing yesterday? I didn't even see it until I came in today.
Yeah, I did.
Did you fuck with that thing at all?
No, dude, I got my fucking teeth smashed in because of fucking Netflix, and then I got fucking sideways with Tesla too. I had a rough day yesterday. I'm telling you, Thursdays are not my days to trade.
What is it about Thursday? Are you doing anything like in your life on Thursday that is different?
So I mean, Jay
wonder.
made the point. He's like, there's a lot of economic data that comes out on Thursdays. And it's funny. When I wake up on Thursdays, like I'm tired on Thursdays. I don't know why. I'm tired on Thursdays.
That might be a little sign right there.
I think there's something to it.
That might be something. Zach is saying again with the Thursday. Somebody called out this DWAC here. DWAC here popping a little bit. If you take a look at this DWAC here, I don't trade this thing,
yesterday, DWAC.
It's back up to about 40.
Yeah. Had to pull back last couple days. DWAC.
Let's check back in with oil. Oil is at highs. It is at highs. You know, oil names here, maybe not so much, but oil is at highs. I've been eyeing this Goldman Sachs. I mean, but again, I don't think you got enough sellers here to really push it down.
Yeah,
Plus,
got,
the other banks
AMD
still going up.
Hey, leave Goldman Sachs alone. I just wanted to preem out.
Yeah, seems so. You got these AMD weeklies showing up here. Lotto tickets here for the 172.5. They're going for the same trade that Kelly.
There you go.
Kelly Bet Police is going for.
Kelly Bet Police.
And Kelly Bet is saying semis will continue to lead us down. I think it's great that you have a time horizon on this. I think it's going to be very difficult to day trade short NVIDIA. However, if you're going to do it, make sure you don't short the fucking hole.
Well, and you're looking at right on. So I know a lot of you guys don't like this, but the 5-day moving average is trending up, and it's sitting there. If you fight that, you stand a good chance of getting burned right there.
Checking back in that Rumble. Yeah.
Oh, AMD Bear showing up too.
Rumble.
What is Rumble?
Back up here. It's that other social media platform.
YouTube. It's like a YouTube.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it
Except
YouTube without the fucking censorship?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. And then supposedly the content creators keep more of the shit.
The moolah.
That thing looks ready to squeeze too.
Where's that Walmart? Walmart's at 163, man. Tough fucking swing to sit on, but imagine Ranchero if you were still in that. Jesus, you would have been pissed off.
I couldn't do it. It drove me fucking crazy.
Jesus. AMD's still dropping.
This GCT is continuing to squeeze. I hope it gets some stupid move. That'd be nice.
Looks like you got some Apple puts showing up. Jesus, you see these?
Yeah, Apple. Some of the big tech, you got weekly and big tech. A few of these. Apple, you have earnings. Those anything with size with some time, Luke, you can't even. You got earnings next week and all these things.
By the way, guys, AXP is now at 203.
That's going in the other direction, huh?
Uh-huh. That's the one that
they... I don't think it's any sector rotation per se. It's just a few names that'll catch him some rotation. But that's earnings season for you, so it's not too out of the ordinary. So Intel, bad earnings from Intel gave them an excuse to sell the semis today. They needed to cool off anyway, so it was perfectly timed. Well timed. Let's see what the group sector thing looks like. Consumer defensive, leading the strength. Healthcare, energy, basic materials, technology. Really the only group seeing selling.
sales change month over month. This data here is for the month of December. Forecast 2% on the prior 0%. Pending homes index, prior read 71.6.
If you take a look at Amazon, it doesn't look too hot. Nvidia at lows. Let's check in with those puts, those 600 puts we were looking at. Remember, we were looking at them for about $1. They're going for about $1.40 right now. Keep an eye on that line.
It is a Friday, so just remember, fuckery is always right around the corner on a Friday. Hey, Jay, I got a question for you. If PCE and core PC are at target, you think it says that it's time for rate cuts now or later?
Yeah, there was they came in line, and one of the numbers within the details came in a little bit hotter than they expected. So the Bulls were hoping a little softer there, but
Yeah. Okay.
the odds of rate cuts from March have gone down pretty significantly. They went from
So where do you think we look for rate cuts now?
Well, they pushed them out to, what is it, June?
June?
For March, I think it was 80% probability. I think it's down to like less than 50% now, because some of the economic data has held up better. So who the hell knows? But stocks don't seem to care anyway. That's all been going on already. Yeah, I think all eyeballs are on Yellen next week.
Sexy Janet Yellen.
Yellen is front and center. I think Powell is the tail now, He followed her. He's going to follow her again.
Between Yellen and Nancy, Jay Powell's got it going on, man.
Yeah, forget it. Those are two. No shortage of making money with those two.
He's got the chickens in the coop, like the Colonel's got the chickens.
Oh, shit.
The combined age of the two is like 212 and a half, I think.
Check out this Netflix 7-point run straight here on the Netflix. Delgado called it out, man.
You got a little weekly action. It was what? News?
Jesus.
I will not look at it.
You got Netflix little uptick in weeklies there just now.
What line?
I'm going to post them now here. 570s.
570s. There's 8,000 here fucking traded on this thing. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Again, bro. It looks like chop and then runs 7 points in the middle of fucking nowhere, man. Don't
remind me. Don't remind me.
What is this market, bro?
I left fucking 70 grand on the fucking table with that trade.
What the fuck is this shit?
Instead, I ate a fucking loss.
Oh, I thought you were saying it was Netflix news because that's what it looked like with that.
I just cut 10 of the 50 GCT 22 and a half calls that I have. At 455 was my fill on those from 3. I'll let some of these others run. Put a stop on some of them at 390.
Nice job, Roncho.
In case it comes back in. And I will sit here and lament my Netflix trade from yesterday. Fucking dumbass. I am a fraud. I do not know what I'm doing. Do not follow me.
You sound like
Dow
we.
Jones sales for December at 8.3%
Do not follow me.
versus 2%.
I would not follow me.
Year over year, -1% versus
You
-4.9%.
got Lyft seeing some earnings activity. No, Feb 2nd, 13th. So it could be Uber earnings, though, right? Anyway, Lyft some bull flow.
I'm gonna take a small shot on this Netflix dip here and just go for a scalp. I'm gonna start with a 5 lot here. Hopefully we can get a little bit lower, and then just go for 570 on this one. I'm gonna put a limit at what, fucking 150 on this option. See if we can get filled. Where is that Nvidia here? What happened to that one? Oh, squeezed everybody at the lows. What a surprise! What a fucking surprise!
Not.
By the way, take a look at Apple. Looks fucking fine. Finally, you got a decent pullback on that AXP.
Right at the
Not
5.
really.
You guys in the steam room see how that 5-day worked on the NVIDIA? That's why you got to pay attention to that shit. When price gets there, you got to keep an eye on it.
Joshua was saying
same thing. Sorry, Lucci, go ahead.
No. You talking about AMD 5-day or what were you
Yeah, the
showing?
5-day. Right. I mean, that in NVIDIA, right to the number and then bounce. When it right where everybody was like, it's going down. You just got to be careful. That's all.
Okay. Where was I? Joshua here, still looking for Tesla to run. Maybe. Problem is now you're getting eaten up by premium if you're trying to trade the weekly. You know. And then it's just a timing thing. Market maker bought 100 lot of NVIDIA Butterfly for February, 550 center.
Come on.
The old butterfly.
What market maker?
No, he's named market maker in the YouTube.
Oh, saying what the fuck?
Come on, Jay, get on the short bus. Let's go.
Nice. Friday.
Joshua is also asking for thoughts on SQ swing. You're talking about long. I'm assuming you're talking about long. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd ask Ranchero about that one.
What's your time frame?
Joshua, what's your time frame on the swing? And Ranchero will cook you up. He's saying calls longer term. That's all he said. No definition.
Oh, longer term. Well, I mean, like if you're looking at this thing like 60 or 90 days out, this is not a bad spot, and I would not stay in it if it went below 62. This is where you want it to support. The short term resistance is right here. So if it can break through, you've got room to run on the fib. You're at the 50% retrace. So I like this for like 60 or 90 days, but I'd keep close tabs on it at that 62 area. But this looks like you could get a nice pop out of it. MACD is oiled. You're looking good.
Mac Daddy.
You need time.
Shit. Netflix hit 569. Is anybody in this dip here with me? I only got a 5 lot off. I'm debating just selling this. I mean, I bought what, $1.70? No, $2, and it's trading 260 bid here. I think so far we can kind of sit around and hold this. Jesus, let me know if you see any more flow on that Netflix though.
Definitely. Yeah.
I'm gonna sell half here. That was a good fucking scalp here. Again, I gotta get more fucking size going.
I'm gonna go
That's what I gotta
throw
do.
up over this fucking Netflix is what I'm gonna do.
I mean, what did you eat this morning? Just to know.
I haven't
What's coming up?
I haven't eaten anything yet.
So then it's gonna be last night's food.
No,
Would it be?
I drank one of these so far with freaking electrolytes, so it's just gonna be clear. Gotta hydrate, man. You wake up in the morning, you gotta hydrate.
Coffee is not good enough?
No, I'm gonna get some coffee in a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Coffee is a diuretic, my friend.
Diuretic was diarrhea?
No, it's gonna make
You
you
know-
pee all, bro.
You know, the first time that I heard that word, you want to know what the first time that I heard that word was?
What?
Diuretic. You want to know the first time? You guys are gonna love this shit.
Let's hear it.
The Departed, man. You remember when Leo is at the bar? He's sitting at the bar. The dude next to him, because he orders a cranberry. He's like, "Yeah, let me get a cranberry juice." And the dude next to him is like, my girl does that on her period. It's a natural diuretic. Hold on, let me find this scene, man.
That's the first time you heard that
That's
word?
the first time I heard diuretic, bro.
My girl drinks that on her period either.
Guys, we're coming out of this Netflix from at $3 here from 2. That was a solid trade. I think this goes even higher, though. I think this goes even higher.
I'm just gonna go fucking run into a wall as hard as I can possibly move myself.
I want to see that.
I'll sell tickets to it, Jay.
In U.S. political news, Eric Johnson saying that if rumors about the border deal shaping up are true, then it's dead on arrival.
DOA, bitches. Oh, I'm not allowed to say that. Don't cancel me.
Cranberry juice. It's a natural diuretic.
I think you got to go to your settings and enable that for us to hear the.
I think
audio.
they can hear it. We can't hear it.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
It's a natural diuretic. What are you, on your period? I was like, what the fuck is a diuretic? The Departed. It's such a great movie. God damn, bro.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
What a great movie, man.
Why
I love
is the-
Jack. I love Jack Nicholson, man. I love that man. There's something about him.
He's the Mac.
Fucking love him. Nice dip by again on that Netflix. It's getting a little harder to go long though. And by the way, anybody who's pounding the table on the short side right now, just know, don't beat
know
your
you're
chest at the
dead.
lows, man. Just don't beat your chest at the lows. Somebody's talking about AMD. John Smith looks like he bought the dip there. He's getting good at this. John Smith is getting good at coming in on these dips. We've seen him do it several days in a row now. He's kind of like Silvers here on the SPX. Nice job, John Smith. 180.42 target. So he's going for much higher on that AMD. Yeah, I would say it depends more on if Spy can really play ball. I think Netflix is still fucking long here.
Yeah, it totally is.
You know, I guess the easy way to go about this is just sell the 560 puts, but it's kind of dangerous. 560 puts are going for fucking 50 cents, so you ain't even getting that much premium anyway.
The right thing to do would have been to held on to my fucking calls yesterday.
Kelman, I saw that. I saw that. Jeez, he's like, Jesus, she fell funny.
You got a little post earnings nibbling in Taiwan Semi TSM.
Wow. Oh, okay. Is that thing still holding up the gains? Yes, it is. That was a dumb question. Speaking of which, Intel. It's blah. Not really doing much.
I was looking to see if
Did
they come in,
Intel
but-
get an upgrade this morning?
I don't know. It had the earnings, and I'm not sure if we got an upgrade after the earnings, but
Look at
obviously.
KLA also. KLAC.
KLAC.
Yeah, that's down too. That's
Yeah.
probably a good buy.
What is this?
That's
KLA
something.
Tinker. That's chips.
Okay, I kind of like Spy Long here. I don't know if I'd actually trade it. I don't really want to.
Tesla starting to roll back.
Oh shit.
I mean, flow wise is absolutely nothing. I mean, there was absolutely nothing yesterday. I mean, I didn't play anything yesterday. I didn't play anything the day before yesterday. I don't know if I'm going to play anything today, the way it looks right now. So, twiddle my thumbs and shop with the eyes today, I guess.
Check out the Tesla here. I know somebody was looking for the drop off on the Tesla. Well, actually, somebody was looking for the long there too. But Tesla here back to lows, 183. This thing not looking good at all, man. I'm
I'd look
still
for
looking at
another-
these 205 puts from the earnings. And remember, these things opened yesterday at fucking like $2 or something. The shit's going for $22 right now.
The puts, yeah, jeez.
The puts, unbelievable, unfucking believable.
I think Tesla's got another shot at 180 here again today.
That's the low, Ronchero, from yesterday.
Yeah,
180?
that's a 1 sigma down. It's a put support.
Yeah, I remember we were looking.
They
at
tested it yesterday. I think my opinion is they'll go test it again today.
You got Spy ticking up a bit. Let's take a look at Netflix. Where are you at? Holding. You still got an opportunity to dip by some Netflix if you like it. I think it is getting probably a little bit tougher. AMD now moving 178. I think John Smith is still in this. Aussie Dingo. Wow. Are you new here? Aussie Dingo. Typewriter is still holding her 231 short. Atta girl. What are you looking for, Typewriter, to get out of that? I mean, what would make you want to get out of it? And then remember, you could always take the profit and roll him. I don't know if you have stock or you got options, though. But it looks it's a fucking great trade. Was that your best trade for the year, or?
You got cheap specs active in that SE again. Sam Elliott, some really cheap buying. Today's expiration 40s.
You know what my favorite Jack Nicholson movie is? You're not gonna believe it. You're not gonna.
The
believe
Shining.
It is The Shining is insane. Like, he's insane.
Mm-hmm.
He technically is insane. Jack Nicholson is fucking insane. He's insane.
Temporary loss of muscular coordination.
Netflix here broke through 570 and hit 571. Nice trade, guys. I probably got out a little bit too early, but that was a nice one. Okay, now back to my favorite Jack Nicholson movie. You know what it is?
Netflix Feb 2 600.
Feb 2 600s?
Yeah.
Is that a roll?
Yo.
I don't see anything closing there. It's about 118 grand, nothing big.
Fucking
Pocket change.
fucking 600. If Fitz goes to 600, Ron Chero's going to jump off a bridge.
Report LNG snacks and the anticipated
I will fly to Sydney to jump off that bridge.
Gotta be,
One
yeah.
of three
Nice and
Chinese
tall.
areas
Sydney.
working.
Okay. My favorite Jack Nicholson movie is The Bucket List.
Oh, come on. That's your favorite Jack Nicholson movie?
Favorite Jack Nicholson.
Stop.
Favorite.
Who was in that with him? Who was the guy with him?
Morgan
Morgan
Freeman.
Freeman, right? Yeah. That was good, though.
Morgan Freeman.
Mm.
Fucking love
I
that
mean,
movie.
he's
I don't know
been
what
in
it is about
classics.
that. Fucking love it.
Nicholson, though. I mean, he's been with everybody from Adam Sandler to what's that blonde lady called? I forgot. Sigourney Weaver? No, not Sigourney Weaver. I don't know. Forgot.
Lee Hutch is asking, "Do I have a bucket list?" I don't actually have a bucket list. Like I don't have a bucket list. I never wrote that shit down. I never really thought about it like that. However, motherfuckers are getting old here. Coin here is having some problems. No surprise. And that's even with BTC going higher. Okay, so that adds to even more confusion there. And Netflix punked everybody on that 570 break here. Punked. You might be able to buy this dip here, but I'd be a little bit careful. Tesla looks weak as shit.
Yeah. I think you're going to 180.
Okay, Goldman Sachs is actually moving lower, but I'm not
Where
feeling
is
it
it at?
quite yet because it's
Where?
kind of still meh.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
This is why the Iron Condor works.
For Spirit SABE in the filing saying they believe there's no basis for terminating their merger agreement with JetBlue. So let JetBlue say earlier that they're evaluating all options under the current merger agreement.
Taking a look at the fear and greed index, 77 out of 100, extreme greed. The crypto fear and greed index, 49 out of
These
100.
Amazons are premium out, which is nice.
And the VIX currently up 0.52% at 13.52.
Got about 10 minutes left in the public stream. If you'd like to carry on with the buffoonery, come join us.
Where is that Netflix option? Let's see if buying the dip here. Yeah, buying the dip there worked. Yo, that's it. That happened 4 times now. They washed that option out to 230 and brought it back to 3. Pretty impressive.
I can feel those fucking calls on my colon. Please stop.
Well, let's watch it go to 580.
Oh. You got some TQQQ protection for earnings next week.
Yo, Brahmin just called out this fucking small cap mayhem. Look at CRBP. Somebody is getting. You want to talk about colon hurting?
Nice.
Corbis Pharma.
Pull this thing
that's
up.
nice. That's what I'm talking about. Nice to get with those.
You want to talk about expansion in the colon? Oh boy.
Corbis Pharma doubles as cancer therapy shows promise in early stage trial. You better enjoy that squeeze, because as soon as they say it fucking
It killed the trial patient.
kills, yeah, exactly. but that is a hell of a squeeze.
So Beavis and Butthead.
32, about to get halted here. It's the CR. What is it again? CRBP.
CRBP.
Is this tough to locate? What's going on with this thing? You can get locates here. They're cheap. It halted here, already hinting at 34. This is the one to look at, guys. There's only a $4 million float. 4 million float on this.
Ooh, I like that. All right.
4 million float.
I'm gonna take a coffee break here. You guys,
Get that coffee.
in the Gen Pop room, reach into your pockets, get your freaking $8 out. Come join us for a couple of weeks, and then be a part of the community. Have a good weekend. Later.
Later, bro. We're still here for about 10 minutes. This Goldman still couldn't push lower. Most of these tech stocks here, again, still can't move down. XOM fresh highs, so oil is still looking good. NVIDIA, you're squeezing. AMD, almost back to 178. SPY still looks good to go higher to me, but again, probably going to be choppy. So I'm not doing much here. Just watching Goldman Sachs. And I am now watching the CRBP because that is the most interesting name. Also watching the Netflix, which all pull back again. So we're trading 69 here. So you got a range here, 68 to about 71. See what happens. SPY here just popped through. There's going to be a lot of people that are taking longs here. Let's see if they fade them out. John Smith is still holding AMD. And
TDS 215.
let's wait and chill to see when this thing opens back up. This is going to be the entertainment for the morning here. And then I think I'm going to go to the beach. I need the beach after 3 days of fucking mayhem.
Mayhem. You got some unusual buying coming into the name TDS Tom David Sam. This name was a takeover target. I remember them buying this last summer. You got earnings 215 though. TDS.
Darroway is saying they're flying to PR in the AM. Oh, shit. What are you up to? What are you up to? Anybody who is coming to PR, by the way, just let me know. Whatever you need, I got you covered.
Yo, by the way, how's my audio?
It sounds okay.
It sounds okay?
Yeah.
All right. I'm closer to the mic, though. Maybe that's why.
The indication on that CRBP is actually lower than where the halt was, but let's see what happens here. We got about 6 minutes left here. Skim is saying, if you come, can you still get Ozempic? You know, that might be a little problem, but yes, I can get you anything. Hertik is saying stay in PR for about 6 months. Where would be a good area to reside? Obviously, you're looking at Santurce, bro. So just check out Santurce. It's called Santurce. Santurce. You could also do Condado, Condado. You could do Isla Verde, but that's a little bit far.
That's the more recent spot, like
Santurce. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. That's where you want to stay. Isla Verde, it's a little bit farther to the office, though. It's going to be a 10, 15-minute drive to the office every day. Versus Santurce, you hop on a scooter, you're at the office in 5 minutes. And Vincent J is asking anything. I do mean anything. CRBP opened back up. Remember, the locates here are pretty cheap. Oh, shit. I think I just got... let's see what I can get for the locates. Yeah, $75. We are at another high. I'm going to pay the $75 to get some locates here. Just trade fucking small size 500 shares. Let's play. Let's play. I shorted 100 shares. It's going to wait for a rally here. Let's see what else we can get. By the way, SPY going the other way, so that's looking pretty good. Netflix options have faded off. I think that's also another play there. Now we might halt on the downside here for the CRBP. The number we're looking for is 28.5. It still looks pretty strong, though. Courage. Let's see. What do I need to come to the office? I mean, you let me know. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Go to the website. Did you know there's a website? You lazy son of a bitch. The website.
Adding in that TDS, Tom David Sam.
Anybody wants to come hang out in the office, go to tradespace.us and just click this button that says book today, you fucking herbs. And I get an email and I'll set you up, bro. That's all you got to do. Pick whatever you want. Send us an email. We'll get you covered. We'll get you all covered. Now, the CRBP is... I'm not adding yet. I don't want my full 500 yet. This thing might squeeze again and really screw people. As far as this Netflix is concerned, remember the 570 calls are about 230. You know.
So we look like this thing. Jesus.
Oh wow! AMD is saying, John Smith is saying, I'll file a complaint. They put that flash up and misled me to sell it all. I mean, was that a real print, bro, or was that a fake? Was that a fake print there? I mean, I think it's going back up there, man. SPY's looking good. You should get it back up there. Where's that Nvidia? 612 on the Nvidia. Looking at highs of day. SPY's still going. So bullish is looking pretty good here.
Bullish.
Bullish is looking pretty good here. CRBP, $28. Anybody in this? It hit 28. Couldn't halt, though. Couldn't halt. Next pop, I'm going to start shorting. Richard Vargas saying in on that. Saw the flash. Well, did you actually see the prints going off? Somebody actually see the print going off. Netflix here back over 570. Still looking good.
The fuck is a Vimeo? Provides online. Oh, I think I know what Vimeo is. What the fuck would they be buying some of this shit for? They make those videos. It's still useful. You got what I just posted, that VMEO, Victor, Mary, Elliot, Oscar. Unusual activity there. They're sweeping April and July calls. Cheap stock. Extremely unusual. 40 times normal volume.
I mean, I can't see this stopping at all on the long side here. You got sprinkles of selling here and there that continue to get eaten up. Again, once I saw those NVIDIA puts here and how cheap they were, man, 8 points out on a Friday, it just didn't look right. It didn't look right. CRBP. I mean, I could go ahead and short this, but again, I don't want to short the low. It does look good, though. It does look good, though.
Hello,
Shit.
we're about to move to the steam room. It's already.
Alrighty, guys. We got to go. We
Gotta
shall
go.
see you in the
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Laters.